Hey everyone, and welcome back for Renovating EA Season 2. And this season we are working on Brindleton Bay. And the first episode is Catscratch Cottage, home of Katarina Lynx and her 4 cats. Before we get into the build though, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who liked and commented and watched my latest video, the updating my save file overview update. The amount of support you guys have shown me has just been overwhelming, to say the least. It's just boggles my mind that anybody would watch my video, much less at this time over 1,000 people watched that video. Plus I gained some new subscribers, so hi, welcome. Hope you stick around. But anyway, whenever I created this channel, I didn't expect anybody to watch anything because I'm kind of a boring person. I really am. I'm kind of a boring person. There's not anything special about me other than I'm me. And there's nobody else like me. But at the same time, I'm just a goofball. I'm not anything, amazing. My builds aren't that, they're good, but they're not the best in the world or anything like that. There are plenty of builders better than me, but I still enjoy it. But the amount of support that I have gotten, it's overwhelming, and I just want to say thank you. You guys, y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. But anyway, enough of the sappiness. Let's talk about the build. With this build, I went with, in my games, Katarina is she kind of gives me the sunny, happy-go-lucky, loves life kind of vibe. She loves her animal. She loves her cats, and she doesn't mind adopting strays. She's always, the house is pretty much a cat sanctuary. So I wanted to kind of give her a more bright and happy home than what it was originally. So, and plus her favorite colors are pink, yellow, and blue. So I went with a mostly yellow and blue color scheme, but there's smatterings of pinks here and there. At least I tried. But I wanted, I wanted it to look like something that she would actually enjoy living in. And that sounded way more shady than what I meant it to be. I didn't mean... Anyway, moving on. She, I just feel like she's kind of just happy and just, I wanted her house to kind of reflect the vibe I get from her. So it's still just one bedroom, and there are 2 bathrooms. And I saw, whenever I was deleting everything and all of that, I saw a lot of plants and stuff. So I figured maybe she likes gardening as well. I don't know. I honestly only know her favorite colors because I gave them to her, but I can't remember what other likes that I gave her. So I just kind of made it kind of full of plants and all of that. Her landscaping is nice because she maintains it, and there's planters out in the yard, and there's some planters in the little sunroom. But now we're working on the living room, and I started with this pink wall, blue rug, and the whole time that I was doing it, I was like, I don't like it. It's just too much pink, and pink is my favorite color. So it was too much pink for me. So I was just like, I don't really like it, but I couldn't, I kept telling myself, trust the process. It'll come together. And the more I looked at it, the more I just didn't like it. So I ended up changing this to a little more yellow and blue. And I don't know how many times I changed the rug in this. I struggled so hard with it. Just the living room. Everything else came together fine, but that's usually how it goes because the living room is what I typically start with so that I can pick the color schemes. Because usually whenever I decorate a house, basically all of the house, all the rooms except for, you know, if there are any kids rooms, all of the rest of the house has the same color scheme, same decor, same style and everything. Because it just, to me, it makes sense. It makes it more cohesive, and you know, I like that kind of thing. I like for everything to look like it goes together. So I struggled with the living room and changed. I cut a lot of time out on this one because I changed it so many times. This is also my second attempt at renovating this house. The first attempt, I had it almost finished, and I looked back at it and I was like, I don't like this. So I exited without saving, went back and started over, and kept the things that I did like. The decor, the home decor, the inside, the interior was just a little too stuffy from what I was getting from Katarina. I used the, I was going with like an Art Deco style first, and I was just like, that don't seem like her. It was too stuffy, I guess you could say. And so I went with more of a, not really boho, but more of just a lived in look. And I love how her house turned out, and I actually can't wait to play the household. And with the kitchen, I just kind of kept all of the colors. I kept it kind of plain and white. You know, I do adore my white kitchens. And now we're working on the bedroom. And this came together a lot easier than the living room, but I still struggled with finding the bed. At one point, I had like 4 beds in the bedroom trying to figure out which one that I wanted to use. But I ended up sticking with the one that you see now. And I already kind of had an idea. Like I said, I had already decorated the house almost completely the first time. So I already knew where everything was going to go. I already knew what I just wasn't completely sold on the color schemes and some of the furniture, but I knew how everything was going to look. I knew the layout of the house and how everything was going to look. So it was a lot easier than just decorating. The decorating was kind of a challenge at first with the living room. But I also, that rug that I just put in the bathroom, that came from high school years. And I almost used that rug. I sized up a couple of times, but I just couldn't get it just didn't look right in the living room. I really wish we had a square rug with that color scheme or with that pattern on it, because it's like the rainbowy cloud look pattern. I don't know what it is about that, but it just screamed Katarina to me. But now we're back to the bedroom working on plants, and I ended up just going with my tried and true get together planters that I love so much. I use those pretty much in every build, if you haven't noticed. And I always forget about the succulent wall thing from Seasons, and then I remembered it today. Remembered it in this build, and just had to use it because, like I said, I wanted to surround everything and surround her with plants and stuff, because she, whenever I first started demolishing her house and renovating it, there was a lot of garden stuff. So I was like, okay, well, maybe she does like planting, gardening. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, also you'll see me bouncing backwards and forwards to the basement, because that was some of the things that I kept from the original build that I wanted to find a place for, except for the water hose. It didn't have a place to go. But I just wanted to kind of use some of the things that were already there, so it still felt like her house. And I don't use that planter enough, but maybe I ought to. But anyway, I think we are just putting the finishing touches in. So I think I am going to end this voiceover here. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video. Bye.